It's Thursday. The dog's under the table. We wish we were back in bed, but we got news stories, coffee, and a weird kind of story to tell you guys today. So it can only be time for
the Morning Brew.
Well, you were at work, but I got to watch the Blaire live stream. It's one of the recommended views today. So, for those of you that watched my video on the executive draft, I keep calling it a draft because that's what it is. It's not a finished piece. There's still a lot of work to be done to it, and as Base Mama pointed out in the comments, it's like haggling. You have to say something or you have to present something outrageous and then negotiate from there. But I'm going to keep my eye on it and see how it develops. And when it finally comes out, I'll let you guys know. Because as it stands now, the final draft is, in my opinion, ridiculous. Well, it's not a final draft, excuse me. The draft is ridiculously over the top, so there is a lot of room for negotiation there. So I'm going to link that.
It's also
for those of you that watch it on YouTube, I'm going to link that at the end of the video. For those of you on mine, you can always catch it on my newsfeed because I uploaded it on my newsfeed. So there is that.
I want to think people have to understand too and everything. This isn't a business draft. This has to be a legal draft. And there's a lot of wording that he's trying to, that he has to actually work around. The parts that, nobody wants touched, including him and everything. So he has to word it so he goes around all of that without interfering with anybody. It's rough.
Yeah, it's going to be a dance to say the least.
On a brighter note, as for me, if anybody ready to know, new job's going well. Old boss got fired, which leaves it open and everything, and right now it looks like it's going to be a foot race between myself and one other guy to fill his shoes. That's good. I'm tired. I hate this schedule. I'm the early morning to afternoon guy. I'm not the mid-afternoon to late at night guy.
He's more of a morning person than he is an evening person.
That shit's contagious.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get over this cold, and apparently part of it's fatigue. So, it's time to move on to.
It's time for the news.
Yep, we're talking about this again. It's been a while, though. Let's see. North Carolina lawmakers reach deal to repeal transgender bathroom law. March 29th, Routers story. North Carolina Republican lawmakers said late on Wednesday they had reached a deal to repeal the state's controversial law prohibiting transgender people from using restrooms in accordance with their gender identities. The compromise, reached with Democratic Governor Roy Cooper and set forth to go before the legislature for a vote Thursday morning, will still ban local municipalities, schools, and others from regulating bathroom access. Will also effectively forbid cities from offering their own job and restroom protections to vulnerable groups for nearly 4 years. Compromise requires give and take from all sides, and we are pleased that this proposal finally protects bathroom safety and privacy. The state's top Republican lawmakers, Senator Leader Phil Berger and House of Representatives Speaker Tim Moore, said in a statement released late Wednesday. The pair announced the deal at an impromptu news conference. The compromise with Cooper, a staunch opponent of the bathroom law, was reached hours before the state was reportedly set to lose its ability to host any NCAA basketball championships. The College Athletic Association is one of the numerous organizations to sanction or boycott North Carolina in the wake of the law's passage last year. Cooper said earlier this week that the measure could end up costing the state nearly $4 billion. He supported the compromise. It's not a perfect deal, but it repeals House Bill 2 and begins to repair our reputation. But it remained unclear whether the compromise would be acceptable to those who believe North Carolina was unfriendly to the rights of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people. An impassioned news conference before the deal was announced, several leading LGBT activists decried its provisions, including the bar on municipalities regulating employment practices and public accommodations. "This is a dirty deal," said Chad Griffin, president of the Human Rights Campaign. He vowed to continue fighting North Carolina in court and in the public sphere if the new measure passes and is signed by Cooper. So,
Hold up.
Now remember,
what does them having the lesbian, the LGBT communities going to the bathroom have to do with their human rights? You have a bathroom.
Well, my whole thing is the original bill, it was, if for those of you that aren't following the NC law, is the original law that passed was people needed to use the bathroom in accordance with the sex that they were born with, which created problems for true transsexual people that were transitioning and were going through the operations because they could look female, but they were born male, which presented problems. Me, I don't care. Transsexual people don't walk into a bathroom and say, "I'm a trans woman, use the bathroom," and leave. They walk into the bathroom, they do their business, they wash their hands, and they leave. No stink, no announcement, no sign, no flag waving. They just use the bathroom and they leave. This was an inane law to begin with. It was stupid, and it's absolutely, I hate to use the term because it's been overused, fucking transphobic. All because they were afraid that their children were going to be molested and raped. I'm sorry. Okay? People that have the rape mindset, it's an abhorrent and an abnormal mental process. They don't care where they are when the urge strikes. They're going to rape whoever they want to rape, wherever they're at. So it doesn't matter the where. And this bathroom law didn't need to be passed to begin with. North Carolina, you fucked up with that one. Seriously, in my opinion. You fucked up with that one. Because it doesn't matter to most people who uses what bathroom, because nobody announces that they're trans before they walk into a damn bathroom and go pee.
One of the things, too, that you have to understand is, again, you cannot take such a minority group, and I'm sorry, you guys are, no offense, and force conditions on a majority.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Mm-mm. Shall we move on to the next story?
Yep.
Alright, let's move on to the next story. And you get to read this one.
Thank you for the Chinese. My love.
Hey, we take turns reading, weird names, so it's your turn this time around.
Alright. Here we go. Brain half asleep. I have Chinese to read. This could get interesting. If I mispronounce anything, get over it, because Chinese ain't my thing. I can get by with a little Japanese, I can get by with some German, I can even get by with a little bit of Russian.
Oh no, I spilled coffee. I know. What?
Here you go. Here's your triggered meme right here.
It's caffeine abuse.
You are hereby sentenced to go to my room.
Alright.
Beijing, Associated Press. U.S. President Donald Trump will meet with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping for the first time on April 6th and 7th at Trump's Florida resort. China's foreign ministry announced Thursday amid a range of pressing issues that include trade, North Korea, and territorial disputes in the South China Sea.
Told you guys I'd get him back for making me read that cringe.
That's all right. The relationship between the world's number one and number two economies has been uncertain following the election of Trump, who accused China during his campaign of unfair trade practices and threatening to raise import taxes on Chinese goods and declared Beijing a currency manipulator. They are, actually. Sorry. In February, Trump reaffirmed Washington's long-standing one China policy in a call with Xi, an apparent move to ease concerns in China that might use Taiwan as leverage in negotiations over trade, security, and other sensitive issues. The policy, in place since 1979, a Jimmy Carter responsibility there, requires Washington to maintain only unofficial ties with Taiwan, which China claims as its own territory. You're stretching. A statement from the White House said that the two leaders will discuss global, regional, and bilateral issues of mutual concern. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will host Xi, his wife Ping Li
Yuan.
Yeah, Li Yuan, at a dinner on Thursday evening, it added. Relations between China and the U.S. under former President Barack Obama were strained by issues including China's island building and waters surrounding international shipping lanes in the South China Sea, allegations of cyber hacking, and U.S. policy rebalance to Asia. Despite that, cooperation between their militaries expanded tentatively, and China's defense ministry on Thursday hailed further growth while warning of potential frictions ahead. We are willing to make joint efforts with the U.S. side so as to maintain a stable military-to-military relationship while striving to make new gains, spokesman Colonel Wu Qian said. The deployment of the THAAD system will definitely not make South Korea any safer, and secondly, the Chinese military's opposition to the THAAD system will definitely not be confined to just words, Wu said. Pick a fight if you want one. Doesn't matter how large your army is, when it can be vaporized in about half a second. Just saying. Asked what specific measures the People's Liberation Army was willing to take, Wu replied, "You will know when the time comes."
Oh, I love that vague response.
Oh, no, I like a veiled threat.
Yeah, I know, right?
You want to know why the THAAD system's there? Because you think you can do something.
No, the THAAD system is there because North Korea keeps testing nuclear missiles, and it got awfully close to Japan the last time it fired one off.
Well, that's something else they do and everything. It's not just for North Korea. Mm-hmm. Those missile systems are in place and are placed around in a lot of places, including our ships at sea, which patrol that particular neck of the woods. So anything launched from Asia, basically, we can shoot down.
Yep. All right, next story.
You, my friends, don't have that option.
Nope. All right, here we go. Poll. Americans dislike GOP's Trump's plan on health care. Washington AP. 62% of Americans turned thumbs down on Trump's handling of health care during the initial weeks of his presidency, according to a poll by the Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs Research, released Wednesday. It was his worst rating among 7 issues the poll tested, including the economy, foreign policy, and immigration. An overwhelming 8 in 10 opposed the Republican proposal to let insurers boost premiums on older people. 7 in 10 disapproved of premium surcharges for people whose coverage lapses. By wide margins, people also disliked proposed cuts in Medicaid, which helps lower earning people cover medical costs, a halt in federal payments to Planned Parenthood, and a transformation of the Obama law's subsidies, based on income and premium cost, into aid linked to age. Overall, just over half the poll said they worry many Americans would have lost coverage had the GOP bill become law. Would their own families and average Americans have been better or worse off? More said worse. They're totally disregarding the fact that if this actually would have gone through, many people would have just dropped the health care, but we're moving on with that one. The results underscore that annulling Obama's statute is not an issue to be trifled with. More people support than oppose that law by 45% to 38%, a slightly narrower margin than in January, and a slender majority say covering all Americans is a federal responsibility.
No, it's not. It's not my job to pay for everybody else.
A view embraced by Democrats but not Republicans, who instead focus on access to lower premiums. The survey was conducted over 5 days, preceding and following last Friday's withdrawal of the GOP health care bill. The poll suggests that health care is damaging Trump's image. 58% disapproved of his overall performance as president, not much different from his negative grade on health care. Even among those approving the job he's doing in office, about 1 in 5 was unhappy with his approach to health care. In addition, Republicans had mixed views on the collapsed House GOP bill. Major majorities of them opposed boosting premiums for older people and those who have gaps in coverage. Excuse me. They were more likely to oppose and support cutting Medicaid and were divided over linking subsidies to age more than income. Republicans did mostly back the Republicans' bills blocking of federal payments to Planned Parenthood, and they were likelier to say their own families and average Americans would have been better off, not worse, under the legislation. Rosalind Russell, 71, retired apartment complex manager from Clifton, Texas, said she was glad to see the attempt to unravel Obama's law. It's not cheap. It's not what it's cracked up to be, Russell, a Republican, said of Obama's statute. We've got to have change. It's ridiculous. Of the proposed Republican changes examined by the poll, only one received a positive reception. That was its elimination of the tax penalty on people who don't buy coverage, though by a modest 48% to 35% margin. Strong majorities back 2 Obama requirements the GOP would have left in place. Insurers can't deny policies to sick people and must cover children up to age 26 under their parents' plans. Correction. Pre-existing conditions and sick people are 2 different things. I have a pre-existing condition. I have bronchitis. There are more severe pre-existing conditions. You can't just say sick people. Somebody that has the flu is going to be covered, but they're considered a sick person. Mm-hmm. You have got to use the right terminology there. Making a health care bill for the entire country is damn near impossible, especially one that everybody's going to be able to agree on. Mm-hmm. Okay? Obama's was an overblown, overhyped, overstuffed law. It needs to be gotten rid of. To me, they need to close all the loopholes in the medical system. They need to make a task force to go after all the fraud going in the Medicaid and Medicare system. Mm-hmm. And they need to make regulations to actually regulate the prices of some of these procedures that, to me, are fucking outrageous in price.
The healthcare system in general and everything needs to be regulated heavily, because it is ridiculous for people to go out here, to me, and the only reason they're getting a medical degree isn't for the right reason. It is not to help people. It's to put as much money in their pocket as possible.
Yep. All right. Here comes our last story. This one's kind of funny. All right, here you go. You get to read that one.
I get the odd
news. Yep, you get the odd news.
Easton, Pennsylvania. We've been there.
Yes, we have.
A judge has fined a Pennsylvania golf course $1,000 in its ongoing dispute with a couple who says errant balls are still hitting their property despite a previous court order. Honey, the neighbor's balls are on my yard again. I had to. I'm sorry.
Free roaming balls.
I'm a little pissed off. My wife's handling some other fella's balls. Y'all need to do something about this shit.
Keep going.
You sure you want me to keep going? Because I might find more ammunition.
You will.
The Allentown Morning Call.
Keep going. I had a trucker read a news story about balls. Keep going.
Your Honor, my wife's handling some other fella's balls first thing in the morning when she should be attending to mine. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. The Morning Call reports a Northampton County judge fined Morgan Hill Golf Course on Monday because it reopened the course during warmer weather.
Keep going.
Earlier this month without installing cameras that are to track all golf swings and the trajectory of all golf balls coming from the 13th hole.
Because that's where the errant balls were coming from.
I get my balls close to every hole I possibly can, but that 13th one and everything just fucks me up every
Only
time.
one hole you should be getting your balls close to, mister.
Might have got in trouble there. Jersey and Halina Wisniewski.
Runs into a Polish name.
Yes, I do. Say more than 50 balls have been hit onto their property, prompting the club twice to move the 13th tee to prevent that.
Golf course lawyer.
Golf course lawyer. Is this really a fucking profession?
There's lawyers for everything.
Slice got you down in the dumps? A late hook that sends your balls into the water hazard.
Did your caddy recommend the wrong club?
Have you had to dig yourself out of a bunker in the past 4 months? Well, if so, call me. 1-888-555. I suck.
Alright. Keep reading. I knew you were going to have fun with this one.
Golf course lawyer Irv McLean. Mr. McLean, I got a bunker that keeps sucking in my golf balls and everything. Can we set up... Never mind. Says the course denies wrongdoing and expects to prove to a jury it's not responsible for the balls being hit onto the Wisniewski property.
And that's our news for the day. Let's go on to the shout-outs. You want to go on to the shout-outs, or do you have something else to add to that?
It's just, the morning call and balls and, other people's property and, well, shit.
Alright, let's go.
This done went to hell in a handbasket, y'all.
But wait! There's more!
First person on our shout-outs really needs no introduction, so I'm not going to say her name, but I will allude to the live stream that she had with Lacey Green yesterday. As I said earlier, I did witness it. There were points that were made, there was a conversation that was had, and there were a few problems that I had with it. Like Lacey continually trying to verbally back Blaire into a corner, to which Blaire would not lose ground. Lacey tried to get her to admit that intersex was a gender, tried to dismiss Blaire's own experience with being raped, and also tried to say a bunch of other things in order to get Blaire to agree with her, and Blaire just wasn't having it. And then there was the incessant pen clicking on Lacey Green's side, which pretty much showed me that she was either A, nervous and couldn't find any other nervous tick, or that was some sort of tell because she was scrambling to try and find some sort of counter argument.
She was looking for counter arguments, and evidently she was taking notes. Take plenty of notes, Lacey. Your peek into the world that most of us and our followers live in is not one you're just going to walk into and you're not going to get the sound bites and the clips you want for whatever video it is you're working on.
Yep, that's what.
And I've already figured out that's what you're doing.
All right, next.
She's just too damn shallow.
He's funny, he's quirky, he commentates while cracking jokes. It's Danny the Dingo. Y'all need to come over here, give him some love, watch some of his videos, laugh at some of his commentary, because he is a very funny human being. Y'all come over here, take a look at the
And he's great to be in stream with.
Yes, he is. He's great to be in stream with, whether he's cancering up the chat or actually in stream.
I like it when he's in the chat with us.
Yeah. Alright, next one. Dark Art, he's just getting his channel started at 35 subs. Every Monday he plays Quiplash, so y'all come over on Mondays and take a listen and maybe even participate. He is funny. He is insightful. And on Wednesdays, Cancer Streams with Liz, he's absolutely hilarious.
Yes.
So y'all come over here, y'all visit Dark Art, and give him some love. Let's see, where is it? This is the channel we're all talking about. This is the channel created by Irate Bear and Miss Misa. All things geeky can be found here. From television and movie reviews to top 5 lists. It's the Geek Platoon.
And I love this right here, the top 5 women in Mass Effect.
Yep. Y'all come over here, y'all watch some of these videos, and y'all come give this channel some love. They're trying to get it off the ground, and it looks like it's got a pretty good start. So come on over here, hit that sub button, and hit that bell button for the Geek Platoon, and show Miss Misa and Irate Bear how much you love
it around. Spread it around. These guys need to be at 1,000 subs next Friday.
Oh. Alright, here we go. Our partner in crime, our Cancer Stream Wednesday, our funny girl on live streams. It's Lizz Reptile. And Lizz Reptile needs your help, guys. She does have a PayPal. She does have a Patreon. She's trying to keep her lights on. So y'all come over here to her channel and y'all give her some love. Because if she loses her lights, she loses her internet. And we have no cancer on Wednesdays.
I need my Wednesday cancer.
Yes, we do. We do.
Wednesdays, coming home from work on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are always my favorite time because you normally have a stream that's up. Somebody has a stream that's up that we can hop in on, and I particularly love delivering a little bit of cancer to the the chat.
Yep. You know what time it is? Is that
furry wolf ball juggling?
No.
No.
It's that hashtag you picked.
Oh, the hashtag.
The hashtag. All right.
There's no point in being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes.
All right. This is hashtag prank a show or film. All right. Here we go. Say yes to the dare.
House of Trick Cards.
The Twilight Friend Zone.
Wow. Yellow Snow Day.
When a stranger prank calls.
The Priceless Rites of Passage.
Gravity Trip and Fall.
Damn. Sherlock Out of the House.
Doctor Who just said that?
2.5 memes.
American Pie to the Face.
I think I married Ashton Kutcher.
Doctor Who hid my shoes.
Ding Dong Fever Pitch.
New Moon.
Fast and furiously stomp on the flaming bag of dog poop.
Iron Fits.
Freddy Got Pulled Finger.
The Hangover Games.
The Pranking Dead.
Must Love Flaming Sack of Dog's Poop.
Rakes on a Plane.
The Ghost in the Shell is just Donald Trump in Mar-A-Lago. Oh my God. Really?
Pen Club.
When Harry Stood Up Sally.
16 Trick Candles.
Pie Face Off.
Lord of the Ring and Runs.
And Better Prank Call Saul. And that is hashtag prank a show or film. So that's the show for the day. And as usual, we love your participation, whether it's in the comment section below or you submitting us stories for us to read or memes for us to put over here. Any submissions you will get credit for, we will shout you out on the show. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope you found the news stories insightful. And until next time, my friends, may your coffee ever flow, may your caffeine be ever strong, and may you have a thoroughly terrific Thursday.
Have a good day.
Thanks for spending a bit of your morning with us as we sipped coffee, talked news, and had fun in the process. We appreciate you stopping by our little corner of the internet and invite you to start a conversation in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out our other videos, and as always, stay funny, stay weird, and stay caffeinated.